Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Wednesday, January 31st, 2024. An atmospheric river weather system is expected to make landfall in California beginning tonight. Despite unseasonably warm weather these last few days, the California Office of Emergency Services is bracing for possibly extreme wet weather over the next several days and into the weekend. The Morongo Basin is forecasted for a nearly 100% chance of rain tomorrow, and as residents know, our high desert area is subject to flash flooding that can knock out power and decimate roads. If you need to set up sandbags around your home or property, today is the day to do it. And, as a reminder, when driving through the high desert, if you see flooding in the road ahead, turn around, don't drown. Every year during wet winter storms, cars get stuck in mud or deep water and require rescue from local emergency responders. Don't let that be you this year. Last night, a community meeting on how to form a special road district was hosted by 3rd District County Supervisor Field Rep Glenn Harris at the Joshua Tree Community Center, with speakers Henry Mack and Rudy Guerrero from San Bernardino County Public Works Special District. Assignment reporter Gabriel Hart was in attendance and has this recap for us today.
Attended by over 40 community members with a large presence from Morongo Valley residents, the 2-hour meeting began with a slide presentation from Henry Mack, who defined special road districts, using examples of the 6 established in Landers, Copper Mountain Mesa, Flamingo Heights, Yucca Valley East and West, and Wonder Valley. These road districts are based on the needs of the residents and what they're willing to pay on an annual basis, including administrative fees. Services provided may include periodic road grading, snow plowing, road paving, and ongoing general maintenance. Mack then introduced Rudy Guerrero, who went more in depth with the 10 steps involved for residents to form the special districts. Starting with one neighborhood proponent to gather interested neighbors, the detailed request is then submitted to the Special Districts Division, followed by the division hosting a meeting for said residents, then a public hearing where the proposal is brought before the Board of Supervisors, who request a mailed ballot election for the property-related fees. If the election passes, the zone is formed and charges are added to the annual property tax. Upon receiving their first installment of property tax, proponents are refunded their deposit and election costs. When an attendee asked for an example of a district success, Guerrero cited Wonder Valley, who formed their district in 1971. Guerrero said inflation is minimal. In 2012, they only had to raise their rate 3% to a total of $55 a resident per year. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
If you've been hearing loud noises throughout the Morongo Basin, you're not alone. The Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center at 29 Palms continues their sound advisory this week that will remain in effect until March 1st. The Marines and Joint Forces are participating in service-level training exercise 2-24 at the Combat Center. This training exercise includes live-fire mortar and the deployment of other weapons and ordnances. Depending on atmospheric conditions, sounds from the training area may be amplified throughout the local area. On last week's Z107.7 Up Close show, host Gary Daigneault spoke with County Fire Chief Dan Muncy and County Board of Supervisors Chairman Don Rao. Chief Muncy discussed the future of the Desert Heights Fire Station, the currently inactive Fire Station number 43 on Lear Avenue in Joshua Tree. Currently a training facility leased to Copper Mountain College, Muncy said that the station is being prepared for a return to service.
Over the past year, the fire district has invested into the Desert Heights Fire Station.
Now, that the county had leased that to the college, and they were doing some training there, firefighter training, EMT training?
We did for a number of years. We have a great relationship with Copper Mountain College and the local development. A lot of our firefighters that work in the county came here from Yucca Valley. The Jay Dimhoffs and Steve Lassers and Scott Tuttles, and I can name a bunch of names.
They went through the college? They got their training at the Copper Mountain College?
We've always participated in the college. We've taught there. We've gone to school there. It's a really important institution for us. So we did lease that Lear station, which we call it, the Desert Heights station, to the college for a number of years. Unfortunately, about 3 years ago, there was a bad water leak, and it almost destroyed the fire station. So over the last couple of years, we've been preparing that fire station to be a fire station again and remodeling it away from a classroom back to a fire station. So that station is prepared for the future to have staff.
Now, I know the residents would feel pretty comfortable with that.
You can listen to the full conversation with Chief Muncy and Supervisor Rao by listening to the Z107.7 Up Close show as a podcast at our website or wherever you get your podcasts. The Morongo Valley Community Services District Board of Directors announced yesterday that they will be holding a special 6 p.m. meeting tonight at Covington Park's multipurpose room. Assignment reporter Gabriel Hart rejoins us with a look at the meeting's agenda.
For the special meeting's agenda, board members will discuss hosting a meet and greet event between the board and the public, an idea proposed by Fire Commissioner Lance Fisher. Regarding the search for a new general manager, board members will then discuss how to proceed with interviews, submitted resumes, and questions to be asked during the interviews when they're held on February 3rd. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
The Morongo Basin Conservation Association is holding its annual meeting this weekend. Everyone in the community is invited to attend this meeting, which will provide an update on the MBCA's work over the last 12 months, along with a look at the issues facing the high desert in the coming year. Updates on San Bernardino County's light trespass ordinances, tourism and housing, and presentations from the Mojave Desert Land Trust, the Wildlands Conservancy, Save Our Deserts, the National Park Conservation Association, and the Bighorn Desert View Water Agency. The event is this Saturday, beginning at 9:30 a.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center. A light breakfast and lunch will be served, and the organizers ask that you RSVP at a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. And finally, the 29 Palms Art Gallery launches their next exhibition on Saturday. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas gives you a look at what to expect.
The 29 Palms Art Gallery will host an art reception on Saturday, February 3rd. The gallery will be open all day, and reception hospitality will be served on the gallery patio from 4 to 7 p.m. The public is invited to attend and meet the artists. Admission is free. Featured in the West Wing in February is photography by Paul Ivanushka and Victoria Sabans. Ivanushka creates botanical portraits of wildflowers indigenous to the Mojave Desert, while Sabans uses shadow, shape, and perspective through leaves. The East Gallery features oil and acrylic paintings by Susan Frazier, inspired by the desert landscape with influences from Georgia O'Keeffe's modernism and Agnes Pelton's transcendentalism. The exhibition will be on display at the gallery February 2nd through 25th, open Friday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information, visit 29palmsartgallery.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear news happening, let us know about it. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.